What if I told you that one of Indonesia's greatest frontiers is a place that most of the world has never truly seen? A land where towering mountains rise above ancient forests, where rivers carve their way through untouched wilderness, where islands scatter across brilliant blue seas like hidden jewels, where every sunrise reveals another reminder that nature still holds places beyond imagination. This is not a fantasy. This is North Morowali, a region that spent decades quietly building its own identity while much of the world looked somewhere else. Some places become famous because people talk about them. Others become extraordinary because they never stop growing. North Morowali belongs to the second story, and once you understand its journey, you will never look at this corner of Indonesia the same way again. A new chapter in Indonesia's history. Located in central Sulawesi province, North Morowali Regency is one of Indonesia's youngest administrative regions. Its capital, Kolonadale in Petaja district, serves as the political and administrative heart of the regency. For many years, North Morowali was part of the larger Morowali Regency, but as the region continued to develop and its communities expanded, the need for a government closer to the people became increasingly important. On May 15, 2013, the Indonesian House of Representatives officially approved the creation of North Morowali Regency through legislation establishing a new autonomous region. That decision was far more than a change on a map. It marked the beginning of a new future. A future where local leadership could focus directly on the unique opportunities, challenges, and aspirations of its own people. A landscape built by nature. North Morowali stretches across approximately 10,004 square kilometers. That makes it the largest regency in central Sulawesi and one of the largest administrative regions anywhere on the island of Sulawesi. Its landscape is astonishingly diverse. The terrain begins at beautiful coastlines before expanding into fertile lowlands. Beyond those plains, the land rises dramatically into rugged mountain ranges that dominate the horizon. These include the Pompanjeo Mountains, the Partukala Range, the Peluru Mountains, and the Rerende Mountains. Elevation ranges from sea level to more than 2,500 meters above sea level, creating extraordinary ecological diversity across the region. Standing above them all is Mount Pompanjeo, reaching approximately 2,590 meters. Its towering presence has become one of the defining natural landmarks of North Morowali. Rivers that give life. Water has always shaped civilizations. North Morowali is no exception. The La'a River stretches for approximately 96 kilometers, making it the longest and largest river in the Regency. For generations, rivers like the La'a have connected villages, supported agriculture, sustained ecosystems, and provided vital transportation routes through remote landscapes. Long before highways reached these lands, rivers were the lifelines that connected communities to opportunity. Even today, they remain an essential part of everyday life. Islands hidden across the Banda Sea. North Morowali is not only defined by mountains and forests, its territory also includes numerous small islands scattered throughout Tawuri Bay and Tolo Bay within the Banda Sea. Among them are Pangaea Island, Tokononaka Island, Toko Bay Island, and many others. Each island adds another layer to the Regency's remarkable geography. Together, they create marine environments rich in biodiversity, coastal beauty, and enormous ecological significance. They remind us that Indonesia's greatest treasures are often found far beyond its busiest cities. Positioned at the crossroads of Sulawesi. Geographically, North Morowali occupies a strategic position. To the north, it borders Tojo Una Una Regency and Bangai Regency. To the east, it reaches Morowali Regency, Bangai Regency, Tolo Bay, and the Banda Sea. To the south, it meets East Luwu Regency in South Sulawesi Province. To the west, it shares a border with Poso Regency. This location places North Morowali at the intersection of coastal trade, inland development, and regional connectivity across eastern Indonesia. Its position offers tremendous opportunities for transportation, investment, tourism, and long-term economic growth. Leadership for a growing region. Every successful region depends on leadership that understands its people. North Morowali is led by Regent Delis Julkarson Hehi alongside Deputy Regent Jira K. After winning the regional elections in both 2020 and 2024, they have continued guiding the Regency through consecutive terms, focusing on strengthening governance, expanding development, and improving public services for communities across this vast territory. As a relatively young Regency, North Morowali continues building institutions that will shape its future for generations to come. More than a place on the map. Many people measure greatness by population, others measure it by skyscrapers, but sometimes greatness is measured by possibility. North Morowali is proof that a region does not need global headlines to possess extraordinary value. Its mountains protect rare ecosystems, its rivers sustain life, its islands guard marine biodiversity, its people continue writing the next chapter of a young Regency filled with determination and hope. It represents the Indonesia that many travellers have yet to discover, the Indonesia that still surprises, the Indonesia that still inspires, the Indonesia that reminds us that progress is not always loud. Sometimes it grows quietly, patiently, confidently, and when the world finally notices, it realizes that greatness had been there all along. North Morowali is not simply the largest regency in central Sulawesi, it is one of Indonesia's rising frontiers, a place where geography, history, resilience and ambition come together to build a future worthy of the world's attention. Perhaps the greatest journeys are not the ones everyone talks about. Perhaps they are the ones waiting for someone brave enough to discover them first. When people think about regions with extraordinary potential, they often imagine places that have already become world famous. Yet history teaches us something very different. Many of today's most successful regions were once overlooked. They were underestimated because they were distant. They were underestimated because they were still growing. And they were underestimated because few people understood the incredible wealth hidden beneath their soil and within their landscapes. North Morowali is one of those places. It is a regency where natural abundance and economic transformation are unfolding at the same time. Over the past decade, North Morowali has emerged as one of Indonesia's fastest developing industrial regions, particularly in the processing of nickel, one of the world's most important strategic minerals. As the global transition toward electric vehicles and renewable energy accelerates, nickel has become one of the essential raw materials used in lithium-ion batteries. That shift has placed Indonesia at the center of global attention, and North Morowali has become one of the regions helping drive that transformation. Major industrial investment has brought new infrastructure, expanded transportation networks, increased employment opportunities, and accelerated economic activity throughout the Regency. Industrial estates have become centers of production that connect local resources with international markets. What was once considered a remote corner of Sulawesi is now part of a global supply chain, influencing industries across Asia, Europe, and North America. But economic development tells only one part of the story. Beyond the industrial landscape lies an environment that remains remarkably rich. Dense tropical forests continue to shelter countless species of plants and wildlife. The mountains collect rainfall that feeds rivers flowing toward fertile valleys and coastal communities. Mangrove forests protect shorelines from erosion, while serving as nurseries for marine life. Coral reefs beneath the clear waters of the Banda Sea support vibrant ecosystems that have sustained local fishermen for generations. Nature and development now stand side by side. The challenge for North Morowali is not simply how fast it can grow. The real challenge is how wisely that growth can be managed. Around the world, history has shown that regions blessed with abundant natural resources often face difficult choices. Economic prosperity can arrive quickly, but preserving forests, rivers, oceans, and biodiversity requires long-term vision and responsible leadership. The future of North Morowali will not be defined solely by the minerals extracted from its land. It will also be defined by how successfully future generations protect the environment that has sustained life for centuries. Its greatest wealth is not measured only in tons of nickel. It is measured in healthy forests, clean rivers, productive seas, strong communities, and young people who believe they can build better lives without leaving their homeland behind. Education has become increasingly important as new industries demand highly skilled workers. Vocational training, technical education, engineering, environmental sciences, and modern management are creating opportunities for local residents to participate directly in the region's transformation. A new generation is growing alongside a new economy. Young entrepreneurs are opening businesses. Small and medium enterprises are expanding to serve growing communities. Local agriculture continues adapting to changing markets. Fishing remains an important source of income for coastal villages. Traditional livelihoods and modern industries now coexist within the same region, creating an economy that is becoming more diverse with every passing year. This balance between tradition and innovation gives North Morowali a unique identity. It is a place where ancient landscapes meet 21st century technology, where indigenous wisdom continues to exist alongside industrial progress, where cultural heritage remains deeply connected to everyday life despite rapid modernization. Visitors who arrive expecting only factories often leave with a completely different impression. They discover breathtaking mountains stretching into the clouds. They encounter peaceful rivers winding through untouched forests. They witness coastlines where the sea reflects endless shades of blue. They meet communities whose hospitality reminds every traveller that the true strength of a region is found not only in its natural resources, but also in its people. The story of North Morowali is still being written. Every new school built, every bridge completed, every business established, every child who receives a better education, every family whose quality of life improves, these are the chapters that matter most. Because true development is never measured only by economic statistics. It is measured by opportunity. It is measured by dignity. It is measured by hope. And perhaps that is why North Morowali deserves far more attention than it receives today. Not because it seeks recognition, but because its journey represents something much larger. It represents the determination of Indonesia to transform potential into prosperity while protecting the natural heritage that makes this nation unlike anywhere else on earth. For those willing to look beyond the headlines, North Morowali offers a powerful reminder. The future is not built overnight. It is built through courage, through vision, through resilience, and through countless people working together with the belief that tomorrow can always become better than today. There is another lesson hidden within the story of North Morowali. It is a lesson about patience. The greatest transformations rarely happen overnight. They begin with small decisions, a new road connecting isolated villages, a bridge replacing a dangerous river crossing, a school opening its doors to children who dream beyond the limits of their surroundings, a health clinic reaching families who once travelled for hours to receive basic medical care. Each improvement may seem ordinary on its own, but together they create extraordinary change. This is how regions become stronger. This is how communities become more resilient, and this is how hope becomes reality. North Morowali's strategic location gives it advantages that extend far beyond its borders. Facing the Banda Sea and connected to neighbouring regencies across central Sulawesi and South Sulawesi, the region has the potential to become an increasingly important gateway for trade, logistics, fisheries and maritime development. Its coastline links Indonesia's vast archipelago. Its inland transportation networks connect valuable natural resources with national and international markets. As infrastructure continues to improve, opportunities for investment, tourism, education and entrepreneurship continue to expand. Yet amid all this progress, one truth remains constant. A region is never defined solely by its economy. Its true character lives within its people. Across North Morowali, generations have built lives through perseverance. Farmers cultivate fertile land despite changing seasons. Fishermen venture into coastal waters before sunrise, guided by experience passed down through generations. Teachers dedicate themselves to educating children who will shape the future of their communities. Healthcare workers serve remote villages with commitment and compassion. Small business owners keep local economies moving through determination and hard work. These everyday heroes rarely appear in international headlines. They receive few awards. Their names are often unknown outside their own communities. But without them, no region could ever succeed. Because development is not created by buildings alone, it is created by people who refuse to give up. North Morowali also stands as a reminder of Indonesia's extraordinary diversity. Within one regency, visitors can experience dramatic mountain landscapes, tropical forests, winding rivers, coastal villages, and island ecosystems. They encounter different traditions, local customs, and cultural values that have evolved over generations while remaining deeply connected to the land. This diversity is one of Indonesia's greatest strengths. It demonstrates that national unity is not built by making every region the same. It is built by allowing every region to contribute its own unique identity to the nation's shared future. Looking ahead, the opportunities before North Morowali are immense. Responsible industrial growth can continue creating employment and improving living standards. Sustainable environmental management can protect forests, rivers, and marine ecosystems for future generations. Education can prepare young people to compete in an increasingly global economy. Innovation can help local businesses create products and services that reach markets far beyond Sulawesi. Tourism can introduce the world to landscapes that remain largely undiscovered. If these opportunities are pursued with wisdom, North Morowali will become more than an industrial success story. It can become an international example of balanced development, a place where economic progress strengthens communities without sacrificing the environment, a place where modernization respects cultural heritage, a place where prosperity benefits not only the present generation, but also those yet to be born. Every nation has regions that quietly carry enormous potential, places that do not ask for attention, places that simply continue moving forward, one step at a time. North Morowali is one of those places. Its mountains have stood for thousands of years. Its rivers have never stopped flowing. Its seas have never stopped giving life. Now, its people are writing a new chapter that could inspire generations across Indonesia and beyond. Perhaps the world will remember North Morowali for its industries. Perhaps it will remember its breathtaking landscapes. Perhaps it will remember its remarkable natural resources. But those who truly understand this region will remember something even greater. They will remember the determination of its people. Because natural wealth can be discovered, infrastructure can be constructed, industries can be developed, but resilience cannot be imported, vision cannot be purchased, and the spirit of a community cannot be manufactured. Those qualities are earned through generations of perseverance. That is the true foundation of North Morowali, and that is why its story deserves to be heard, remembered, and shared with the world. Some places inherit greatness, others choose to build it. North Morowali is proving day after day that the greatest legacy is not the one we are given. It is the one we create through courage, unity, and an unwavering belief in a better future. Imagine standing on a mountain ridge as the first light of dawn spreads across North Morowali. The forests awaken beneath a blanket of mist. The rivers begin another endless journey toward the sea. Fishing boats leave the coastline while the first workers prepare for a new day. Some head toward farms, some toward schools, some toward industrial facilities that connect this region with the global economy. Different destinations, one shared purpose: to build a better future. This is the rhythm of North Morowali, a rhythm defined not by shortcuts, but by persistence. Every generation inherits a responsibility, not simply to enjoy the opportunities created by those before them, but to leave something even greater for those who come next. That responsibility has never been more important than it is today. The world is changing at remarkable speed. Technology is reshaping industries. Artificial intelligence is transforming the workplace. Clean energy is becoming a global priority. Nations are competing to secure the resources needed for the future. North Morowali is no longer watching these changes from a distance. It is becoming part of them. Its strategic resources have placed the region within one of the most significant industrial transitions of the 21st century. Yet every opportunity brings an equally important responsibility. Economic success must never come at the cost of environmental destruction. Industrial expansion must never ignore the well-being of local communities. Growth must create opportunities that are inclusive, sustainable, and lasting. History offers countless examples of regions blessed with extraordinary natural wealth. Some prospered for generations because they managed those resources wisely. Others declined because short-term gains overshadowed long-term responsibility. The difference was never the resources themselves. The difference was the choices people made. North Morowali now has the opportunity to write a different story. A story where development strengthens education, where industry supports innovation, where infrastructure improves the quality of life, where environmental stewardship remains a shared commitment rather than an afterthought. Imagine children growing up surrounded not only by mountains and rivers, but also by world-class schools. Imagine young engineers, scientists, entrepreneurs, teachers, doctors, and researchers choosing to build their futures in the communities where they were born. Imagine local businesses supplying products and services that compete confidently in national and international markets. Imagine visitors arriving from around the world to experience not only industrial achievement, but also breathtaking landscapes, vibrant culture, and genuine hospitality. This vision is not impossible. It begins with investment in people, because no amount of natural wealth can replace educated minds. No mineral deposit can substitute for integrity. No industrial complex can equal the value of communities built on trust, cooperation, and shared purpose. The future belongs to regions that understand this balance, regions that combine economic ambition with environmental responsibility, regions that value innovation without forgetting tradition, regions that recognize that progress is measured not only by production, but also by human development. North Morowali has every opportunity to become one of those regions. Its greatest advantage is not simply what lies beneath its soil, it is what lives within its people, their resilience, their willingness to adapt, their determination to move forward despite every challenge. These qualities cannot be measured by statistics, yet they are the foundation upon which every lasting success is built. Years from now, future generations may look back at this moment as a turning point, a time when North Morowali embraced both opportunity and responsibility, a time when economic transformation became a pathway towards stronger communities, better education, healthier families, and greater prosperity. The decisions made today will echo for decades. They will shape forests that future children will explore. They will influence rivers that future communities will depend upon. They will determine whether economic growth becomes a temporary achievement or a lasting legacy. Every generation writes its own chapter in history. This generation has the chance to write one of the most important chapters North Morowali has ever known. Not a story built only on natural resources, not a story built only on industrial success, but a story built on wisdom, on sustainability, on courage, on unity, and on the belief that true greatness is never measured by what a region takes from the earth. It is measured by what it gives back to its people. Perhaps that is the real meaning of progress. Not simply building bigger cities, not simply producing greater wealth, but creating a future where every child can dream without limits, where every family can live with dignity, where nature continues to thrive alongside human achievement, and where the name North Morowali becomes recognised not only as one of Indonesia's most promising regions, but also as proof that vision, resilience, and responsible leadership can transform possibility into reality. Because in the end, the strongest nations are built one community at a time, and every great community begins with people who dare to believe that the future can be brighter than the past. North Morowali is writing that future today. The only question that remains is how brightly that story will shine for generations yet to come. There is something remarkable about places that are still writing their own destiny. They are not trapped by the weight of history. They are inspired by the promise of tomorrow. North Morowali stands at that rare point where every decision made today has the power to shape generations that have not yet been born. That is why its story matters far beyond its borders, because what happens here reflects a much larger question facing Indonesia. How can a nation blessed with extraordinary natural wealth transform those blessings into lasting prosperity for all? The answer will never be found in natural resources alone. Natural resources can create opportunity, but only people can create civilization. Only education can unlock human potential. Only innovation can solve tomorrow's challenges. Only integrity can earn lasting trust. And only unity can carry a region through moments of uncertainty. These are the real resources that determine whether progress will endure. North Morowali has already demonstrated that change is possible. From a newly established regency in 2013, it has grown into a region increasingly recognised for its strategic importance within Indonesia's economy. Its transformation has attracted national attention. Its industries have strengthened regional development. Its infrastructure continues to expand. Yet perhaps the most important transformation cannot be seen from satellites or measured through economic reports. It can be seen in the confidence of its people. Parents who believe their children will have greater opportunities. Students who dream of becoming engineers, teachers, scientists, entrepreneurs, or public servants. young professionals who return home because they see a future worth building, communities that believe progress belongs to everyone, not just a privileged few. This confidence is priceless, because once people begin believing in the future, extraordinary things become possible. Imagine North Morowali 20 years from now. Modern transportation connecting every district efficiently, schools equipped with advanced technology, hospitals providing high-quality healthcare close to every community, research centres developing cleaner industrial technologies, protected forests continuing to safeguard biodiversity, healthy rivers flowing through thriving villages, coastal waters supporting both fisheries and sustainable tourism, small businesses growing into nationally recognised companies, young innovators creating solutions that improve lives across Indonesia. This is not merely an economic vision, it is a human vision. A vision where development is measured by healthier families, by stronger communities, by better education, by cleaner environments, by greater opportunity. Because prosperity without humanity is incomplete, and growth without sustainability cannot last forever. The world will continue changing. New technologies will emerge, markets will evolve, industries will rise and fall. But values such as honesty, resilience, compassion, responsibility, and hard work will never lose their importance. These values have always been the quiet strength of communities across Indonesia. They remain the strongest foundation upon which North Morowali can continue building its future. Perhaps one day, people from every corner of the world will travel here not only to study its industries or its natural resources. Perhaps they will come to understand how a young regency balanced economic ambition with environmental stewardship, how communities preserved their identity while embracing modernisation, how progress became a bridge rather than a barrier, how opportunity reached villages as well as cities, how development created hope instead of division. Those would be achievements worth celebrating, because the greatest success is never measured only by what a region produces. It is measured by the lives it improves, by the dreams it makes possible, by the legacy it leaves behind. When future generations speak about North Morowali, may they remember more than statistics. May they remember courage during times of uncertainty. May they remember wisdom in moments of difficult choice. May they remember leaders who served with responsibility. May they remember citizens who believed that every contribution, no matter how small, mattered. May they remember a generation that understood the true meaning of progress, not taking everything from the land, but giving everything possible to the people. That is the legacy that lasts. That is the kind of future that inspires nations. And perhaps that is why North Morowali deserves to be known, not simply as the largest regency in central Sulawesi or as one of Indonesia's strategic industrial regions, but as a symbol of what becomes possible when vision is matched with action, when opportunity is guided by wisdom, and when an entire community chooses to move forward together. The map may show only borders, the statistics may show only numbers, but neither can fully capture the spirit of a place. To understand North Morowali, you must look beyond the landscape, beyond the industries, beyond the headlines. You must see the determination of its people, because that determination is the heartbeat of this remarkable region. And as long as that heartbeat continues to grow stronger, the story of North Morowali will continue inspiring not only Indonesia, but everyone who believes that the future belongs to those willing to build it with courage, responsibility, and hope. It lives within families who continue believing that tomorrow should always be better than yesterday. As the world enters a new era defined by technology, sustainability, and global cooperation, regions like Parigi Mutong possess an opportunity unlike any before. Digital connectivity allows local businesses to reach international markets. Modern education allows young people to compete on a global stage. Sustainable tourism allows visitors to experience authentic natural beauty while supporting local communities. Innovation allows traditional industries to become more productive without sacrificing cultural identity. The future belongs not only to the biggest cities. The future belongs to places that protect their heritage while embracing innovation. Parigi Mutong has every opportunity to become one of those places. Its journey has already demonstrated what determination can accomplish. From a movement that began in 1963 to official recognition in 2002, to a growing regency with hundreds of thousands of residents working toward a common future, the story continues to unfold, and the next chapter may become even more extraordinary than the last, because the children growing up today will become tomorrow's scientists, tomorrow's doctors, tomorrow's engineers, tomorrow's entrepreneurs, tomorrow's educators, tomorrow's public servants, tomorrow's innovators. They will inherit not only the beauty of the Gulf of Tomini, but also the responsibility to protect it. They will inherit fertile farmland, vibrant communities, and a proud history built through sacrifice. Most importantly, they will inherit a legacy that tells them one powerful truth. Never underestimate the place you come from. Greatness is never determined by size. It is determined by vision. It is determined by courage. It is determined by the willingness to keep moving forward when the path ahead is uncertain. That is the lesson of Parigi Mutong, a regency born from perseverance, a homeland blessed by nature, a community strengthened by unity, a destination filled with untapped potential, a shining example that extraordinary stories are often found far beyond the places the world already knows. So the next time you look at the map of Indonesia, let your eyes travel beyond the familiar names. Look toward the eastern coast of central Sulawesi. Look toward the sparkling waters of the Gulf of Tomini. Look toward the land where the equator crosses one of Indonesia's most beautiful landscapes. There you will find more than a regency. You will find a story of resilience, a story of courage, a story of hope, a story that is still being written every single day. And perhaps one day, when the world finally discovers everything Parigi Mutong has to offer, people will not simply remember it as another place on the map. They will remember it as one of Indonesia's greatest hidden treasures, a land where history, humanity, and nature come together to inspire not only a nation, but the world.